If your hairline is starting to move and you keep saying, "I'll fix it later," you need to understand something right now. The hair you can save at 15 is not the hair you can save at 20. The hair you can save at 20 is not the hair you can save at 25. And by 30 plus, delay stops being a mistake and starts becoming damage. Most guys don't lose their hair all at once. They lose it in stages. And at every stage, they use the wrong strategy. So in this video, I'm going to show you what your real chances look like at 15, 20, 25, and 30 plus. And what you should actually do at each age if you want to keep your hair instead of watching it slowly disappear. 15. Your biggest mistake is self-diagnosing too early. At 15, the danger is not just hair loss. The danger is confusion. You see shedding in the shower, hair on the pillow, or your corners looking a little different, and suddenly you think you're finished. But at this age, not every hair problem is aggressive pattern loss. Stress, poor nutrition, illness, rapid weight loss, and other issues can also hit your density. But here's where young guys ruin it. They either panic and do something stupid, or they ignore it completely and hope it goes away. Both are bad, because if it is early miniaturization and you do nothing, the follicles can keep shrinking while you're busy coping. What to do? Track your hairline, temples, and crown with photos once a month in the same lighting. Don't gamble on random internet fixes. If the pattern keeps repeating, get it checked properly instead of pretending you're your own dermatologist. Now 20 is where it gets worse because this is the age when denial starts sounding mature. 20. This is the easiest age to save hair, and most guys still waste it. At 20, you usually still have time. That's exactly why people blow it. The recession is often mild. The crown loss is subtle. The density drop only shows under harsh light. So instead of acting early, most guys start bargaining with reality. They call visible recession a mature hairline. They switch shampoos. They buy random oils. They wait for more proof, while the pattern gets clearer every month. That is how easy cases become hard cases. Hair is not a small detail. It frames your face. It affects symmetry, youthfulness, and presence. Once that frame starts weakening, your whole look loses sharpness. Decision. If your temples are clearly moving back, or your crown is consistently getting thinner across multiple months, stop waiting for a dramatic collapse. Start with evidence-based thinking, not wishful thinking. Early action always gives you more room than late panic. But 25 is the real dividing line because now the question is no longer, is something happening? Now it's, how much did you already let happen? 25. From here on, inconsistency costs more than bad genetics. At 25, a lot of men can still improve their hair significantly, but now preservation matters more than fantasy. This is where people sabotage themselves by being unstable. They start a routine, quit after a few weeks, restart when they panic, then blame genetics for what was actually impatience. That chaos kills progress. Hair loss moves quietly, but recovery usually moves slower. And the longer miniaturization has been going on, the harder it becomes to recover density that used to be easy to protect. This is also the age where gimmicks become dangerous, because now you're not just wasting money, you're wasting time that could have gone into a real plan. What to do? Pick a strategy you can actually follow. Be honest about the pattern. If you're an adult, discuss proper options instead of running in circles with trend products. And once you start, give the process enough time to judge it properly instead of quitting in the middle and calling it genetics. 30. Conclusion. By 30 plus, the truth gets simpler. You are not doomed, but you do lose the luxury of delusion. At this stage, your result usually reflects your past behavior, whether you acted early, whether you stayed disciplined, whether you chose structure over emotion. Some hair can still be stabilized. Some appearance can still be upgraded massively. But the idea that you can ignore the issue for years and reverse everything overnight is dead. So the real lesson is not that genetics control everything. The real lesson is that time rewards honest men. The guy who tracks reality, acts early, and stays consistent usually ends up looking better than the guy with better starting genetics who spent years lying to himself. That's how this works. Not magic, not excuses, timing, discipline, and structure. Subscribe to receive more useful content and join the waiting list using the link in the description. I'm collecting all the working algorithms into a single system so that you will be the first to get access to the finished transformation map.